Hey guys, Chaotic Checksec here for a Doing Network Deck Showcase, and right now, this one is the Hazy Flame setup with a bit of an extra help from some other fire type really annoying cards. Because starting off we have 3 of Cerberus and 3 of Griffin. These are basically your main special summoning power, and because Cerberus can be summoned without tribute, that can be special summoned if your opponent controls a monster, and if all, and you also have a great field on the grid of fire. So it's sort of like one of those. It's almost like a Cyber Dragon, but you can have monsters on your side of the field, but as long as they're all fire. And next to Hippogriffs, again because it's a Hazy Flame, and also because it can actually gain a bit more attack. Then 3 Hydra. There's a reason for this later on. Mainly because of its effect. When it's XYZ summoned, you can basically attach another Hazy Flame to your graveyard to the XYZ monster XYZ using Hydra as another material. So basically, if you go for Basiltrus, you can get 3 from 2. Then 2 Manticore. So if you or your opponent plays Dark Hole, just use a secondary effect, send a fire monster from your either face up on the field or from your hand to graveyard, and it won't be destroyed by card effects at all. So you can be Dark Hold, or you can Dark Hold, do stuff, and it won't be destroyed. And also, like all Hazy Flames, none of the Hazy Flames can be targeted by card effects, except for Basiltrus. But there's it going on later on. Next is Hazy Flame Periton. You can only special summon by Hazy Flame monster's effect. You can send 1 fire from your hand grab and tribute this Periton, special 2 more Hazy Flame monsters from your deck, which is funny. Which is funny because you can actually get another Periton, but you can't use. But Periton's effect is only once per turn, but you can set yourself up for another one if you wish. Then next, for the final Hazy Flame is Sphinx. It basically send the top deck card from your deck to graveyard. If you call the card right, especially the fire monster from your hand or your graveyard, you also have the field, which again brings back all your Hazy Flames, or even other ones, like for example Blaster, my next one. If it's in the hand of the graveyard, you banish 2 fires, in this case just fires, from your hand to the graveyard, special summon it. During the opponent's end phase, if it was special summoned, you can discard this card at 1 fire to the graveyard. Wait, no, if it's returned to the hand if it's special summoned. But you can send 1 fire monster and this card to the graveyard, then target 1 card in the field and destroy that target. If this card is banished, you can add a fire dragon type from your deck to your hand. Not really useful, but in this case, but we're not really going to be banishing him. Next is Inferno. Banish 1 fire to special summon him. It's Inferno, it's a fire special summon. Then next thing in the creator, when it's destroyed at all, you can special on Pyro type monster from your hand, which will bring out your Hippogriffs. It will bring out your Hippogriffs and another thing in the creator. And also, if you really need, you can bring out your Thalastos. Thalastos Mega Monarch. It's a Mega Monarch and it's a fire. I figured because they're mostly level 6, if I end up having to tribute summon for one of them rather than using a Hazy Flame effect, I can always bring him out afterwards, if I need to. And finally, of course, 3 UFO Turtles, to bring out things like Hazy Flame Griffin, because it only has 100 defense, or Thing in the Crater, or such and such, you know. I can even bring out that's basically just to thin down the deck slightly, and to search out for fires, just to put fires in the graveyard and put fires in the deck. And 2 Hazy Pillars, basically to summon your Hazy Flames easier, and to be able to add your Hazy Flames material to existing XYZs. Then 3 Hazy Glory, again the same effect, but you can set it to graveyard to add a Hazy card from your graveyard to your hand. So effectively similar effect to then 2 Backfire, so whenever a fire wants to destroy, you can inflict 500 damage to opponent. Damage Condenser, when you take battle damage, you discard 1 card, special on a monster in your deck with attack equal or less than the damage you took. Basically, these are all like special summoning effects, like Swallow's Nest, you can tribute one Winged Beast, especially another Winged Beast with the same level as the monster. We've got 3 Hazy Flame Griffins here, and 2 Manticores. Manticore are both Winged Beasts, so you can tribute one to bring out another one, and then you can bring one back using something like Sphinx. The next Numeron's Force, there's a reason for this in a bit. Basically, instead of ranking up by 1, you rank it up by 2, but it has to be the same type and attribute. And if it's in the graveyard, you can add it to your hand instead of conducting your normal draw. But you can't special summon anything else but time activate secondary effect, except by a rank up. And then of course Admiration and Quick Chaos, just to do it during any time. So just because, you know, just to really, I don't say trick your opponent, but to quickly bring something else out when your opponent's not expecting it. Then next is XYZ Reborn, to special summon an XYZ and get an XYZ material on it, which will bring back pretty much all my extra deck. Then we've got Corrupted Keys, select an XYZ monster I control, special summon 3 Unbelievable Mirage tokens. They become basically the same thing, but they can't attack, and they can't attack the opponent directly, and they can't be tributed except for a tribute summon. When that XYZ monster leaves the field, destroy these tokens. But it's mainly just for tribute fodder if in the event that these either don't get drawn or they get destroyed. So like still bring out my Hazy Flames. Then Light Impulse. Send 2 cards from the graveyard, special summon 2 soul tokens. They can't be tributed except tribute summon. Again, it's not just for token fodder, it's also to send a few to the graveyard. Say, if I've got a really dead hand, I need to do a tribute summon or something. Like, I could send, something really unnecessary, like, if I can't summon it, let's say, Cerberus, just getting annoyed. I can send it to the graveyard. I can send it like that, and I don't know, a Manticore to the graveyard to get 2 tokens and tribute one. It's like if my hand is like all Hazy Flames and like just that on the field, I can do that. And then we've got Embodiment of Apophis. It's just basically a trap monster, and basically I'm not sure if you can, but I think but again it would be for tribute fodder if you can tribute trap monsters. I don't know if you can, but I mean, it's counted as a normal monster, so I'd imagine it would be. And then, of course, MST, because it's MST. 7 Tools of the Bandit, 2 Dark Bribes, and 2 Secrets of Armor. Those are basically, those are basically to negate anything that doesn't target. So, if you set opponent Dark Holes, Dark Bribe. If your opponent Giant Tornades, 7 Tool. Or something like that, or does something that would destroy your back row. You've got 3, you know, backups. And then you got 2 Sekretsu, so if your opponent goes with a massive attack monster, you should be able to get rid of it. And then onto the XYZs, Basiltrus, which will also get rid of your opponent's monsters by discarding one to banish them, and also gains further effects. If it has 3, it gains 200 of each for each XYZ material. So by the time you have 3, that'll be a total of 600, so it'll be 3001. If it has 4 or more, it cannot be destroyed with its card effect, targeted by its card effect. If it has 5, it cannot be destroyed by card effects. So it's really useful with this deck to try and get it as many materials as possible. You've got Evolzar Solder, because Hazy Flame Hydra is a dinosaur, and it's cannot be destroyed by card effects what it has in material. When your opponent special summons, you attach 1 material from this card and destroy that monster. So it's basically a bit of negation stuff, and again, it follows the theme of can't be destroyed by card effects pretty much. And then 2 Infernal Flame Vixen, because it uses, I can use my 2, I can use either one of these 3 to bring it out, and I could probably special summon 1 or 2 from the graveyard using Sphinx's effect. And yeah, it's not that great, but it's also meant to work with Astral Force to bring out Basiltrus again. Just in case I want another Basiltrus, in case I need to get another Basiltrus out and I have like level 4s. If I like draw these 2 and I have 1 Hazy in my graveyard, I can banish 1. bring out thing in the crater, sack for overlay for Infernal Flame, Numeron's Force for Basiltrist, and Ping. That's one with 3 materials. Automatically I get 3 materials. And even though it doesn't, I mean, you do have to summon it. You have to summon this using that, but I think you can rank it up to that because the materials can be different. It's like with Utopia Ray. If Utopia's got 2 like other monsters that might be like dark or something, you can still bring out Utopia Ray with a ranking up thing or something. Oh, it's timed me out. Darn it. How has it timed me out? Hold on a sec. Dueling Network for the win, guys. Dueling Network for the win. Stupid Dueling Network. Just bear with me on this. There we go. And now let's just get back to timed out due to inactivity. I'm probably being one of the most active people on at the moment. Sheesh. Anyway, getting back into business when everything loads again. After Infernal Flame Vixen, of course, we've got Battling Box of Star Sisters. It's really just to be another Fire XYZ. Because there aren't many Fire XYZs at all that aren't specific. And it's basically just, because I mean, it basically only affects itself. So if it battles an opponent's monster, you attach 1 and negate the affected opponent's monster. And the monster you control cannot destroy a battle, and also your opponent takes any battle damage you would from that battle. So if you're like going up against, I don't know, a god or something, it's like cannot be targeted by spell and traps or something like that. You can go Battling Box of Star Sisters' effect, battle it, or it's like, I don't know, something like Chimera Tech. So you either, well, not necessarily Chimera Tech for battle, but if you want to negate Chimera Tech's effect, meaning its attack will be reduced to 0, or in the case of something like, I don't know, Cyber End, it stops Cyber End's effect, and your opponent would take 1,500 damage. And, yeah. And of course, going with that, you've got Comet Cestus, because it can inflict damage to opponent equals to Shromot's attack. And if it has Star Cestus as an XYZ material, which you probably will do, once per turn you attach an XYZ material, target 1 monster in the field, opponent's rolls, destroy it, then inflict damage to opponent equals that destroyed monster's attack. So it's really just there for another use for Quick Chaos. And the fact it's a fire again. And then we've got Lava Level Chain for the last one. Mainly because it can send from the deck to the graveyard and put 1 from my deck, put it on the top of my deck. So it can be a search card. Its deck isn't great for a rank 4, but it's got 2 different effects. Anyway, guys, that was the Hazy Flame deck construction. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe to my I'll be doing more videos. I'll be doing a few more videos later on. So keep posted for them. If you like this deck or have any ideas as to what I can do with it, if there's any good XYZs, fire ones particularly, because, well, I can't special summon anything that's not a 5. I have Periton out, and I can't special summon Drift enough if I've got a fire if I've got a non-fire in the graveyard. But if you know any fires that are coming out in the future, preferably not OCG or TCG specific, because I'm trying to keep it so you can work in both. Please let me know. Please let me know in the comments. Thank you guys for watching. This is Security Jack Sugg signing off. See you in the next video.